They say a single moment can define a lifetime. For John, that moment arrived with the heavy sound of a falling notebook and a sudden silence. He only had 3 minutes to save the woman who had once saved him. But at that moment, the world felt like it was stopping. Just moments earlier, it had been a normal day. The morning sun filled the room, and Mrs. Miller was teaching with her usual vibrant energy. But John noticed the small things. The way she paused mid-sentence, the subtle cough she tried to hide, and the slight tremble in her hand. The markers slipped from her fingers, bouncing on the floor in slow motion. She whispered that she was fine, but John knew she wasn't. Then, it happened. The air left the room as she collapsed. The crash of a chair and the scattering of books echoed like thunder. John froze. His heart hammered against his ribs. He looked at his shaking hands, and for a split second, he felt small and helpless again. But then, a memory flickered. He remembered the afternoon months ago when he sat alone, struggling to read, feeling like he'd never be enough. She had stayed late every day, whispering that she believed in him. Now, looking at her on the floor, John whispered, "I believe in you too." He ran to the door locked. He searched for her phone missing. The clock on the wall ticked loudly, counting down the seconds of her life. He grabbed a classroom tablet, but the screen flashed a low battery warning. 2%. The face unlock failed as his pulse raced. He tried to call the nurse, but the signal bar was empty. 1%. The tablet went black. Total silence returned to the room. Mrs. Miller stopped moving. The panic threatened to drown him, but her voice echoed in his head. "If someone faints, stay calm, John. Think." He repeated the words like a prayer. He carefully lifted her head and rushed to open a window, letting the cool, fresh air rush in. With the classroom secure, he bolted into the hallway. His voice cracked as he screamed for help, the sound echoing through the empty corridor. A silhouette appeared at the far end, a school nurse. Within seconds, the quiet hallway was filled with the frantic sounds of a rescue mission. The medical team rushed past him, their white coats a blur of motion. The lighting in the classroom shifted to a sharp, clinical brilliance. John watched from the corner, his legs finally giving way. He collapsed into a chair, his eyes never leaving Mrs. Miller's pale face. Then, the most beautiful sound he had ever heard. A deep, gasping breath. She was back. She was going to be okay. A week later, the classroom felt different. It was the same sun, the same desks, but the air felt lighter, filled with a new sense of gratitude. Mrs. Miller walked in, a small bandage on her wrist, the only sign of the crisis. She walked straight to John and took his hand. She told him he had saved her life. John looked at her, a quiet smile spreading across his face. "You saved me first," he replied. In that classroom, a lesson was learned that wasn't in any textbook. Kindness is a circle that always finds its way back to you. One brave choice, one moment of courage, that is all it takes to change a story forever. Because heroes aren't born, they are made in the moments that matter. So remember, your kindness today might just be your lifeline tomorrow. One brave choice can truly save a life.